presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Oh, look who we have.
It's a beautiful day. Man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take it by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7.5 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day in the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Create new agreements based on respect and love. Take the responsibility to make new agreements with those you love. If an agreement doesn't work, change the agreement, create a new one, and use your imagination to explore all the possibilities. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 45, NASDAQ up 83, S&P's flat, gold contract up $17.40, trading at $17.45 an ounce. Silver up 45 cents, $18.42 an ounce. Light sweet crude up $1.21. $34.94 a barrel, notes and bonds. You get the 10-year up 12 ticks, trading 139.11. The 30-year up a full point at 179.28. And King Dollar. King Dollar's down 69 ticks, 98.313. The euro is out here at 111. The yen is at 107.79. The British pound is at 123 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. And the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, we just had some nice volatility inside this market, folks. Bottom line, S&Ps, actually spiked. Well, the spike low at 1250, 29.92. Bottom line is that when Trump starts speaking, the futures were down at 3,012. Bottom line, accelerated all the way up to 3,043. Right now, you're at 3,036. So we were approximately down 25 points. They got flat. They got into the green. Now they're just basically sitting there down one. And what's that all about? Well, there really wasn't any announcement. The announcement that was out there, I suspect the market was holding his breath to see what type of hammering was going to be on China. The bottom line, it really had more to do with the World Health Organization. We're not going to fund the World Health Organization. So that was that relief that you saw out here. It was fast and it was furious. There's no two ways about that. We'll see where this shakes out coming into the close. Gold contract out here caught a bid. Continues to catch a bid. The gold contract up 15.20 today. Bottom line is that we'll see how this is going to go attack this 1789 area. Right now you're at 1744. It is in a confirmed ABC structure on the way up. What we had out here today is that the dollar on a weekly basis, bottom line, broke its consolidation. That being said, the dollar got down to 97.945 and then rejected lower price. The swing point that was going down is 98.270. So right now we're at 98.327. So that is saying that this dollar is going to try to basically get higher once again. We've been going lower in the dollar for approximately 2 weeks. The dollar just went from 100.556. So this break here is decisive. Bottom line is, though, what I expect you're going to see, the dollar is just not going to give it up in spades just yet. The euro as broke out yesterday, followed through today, and then gave it up somewhat. Euro looking to me that it wants to go up to the 114 area, and right now you are at 111. Silver contract Big bid on the inside the silver contract. Bottom line, inside the silver contract, you're up 45 cents. Silver, no doubt, highly volatile. This took out the swing. It's in a larger ABC structure up about the 1950 area, folks, and we went to 1855 today, so I expect you're going to get into that area. Notes and bonds. Let's go to the 30-year and take a look at the 30-year. The bottom line, 30-year, that's not going to be the contract. Yeah, it is the contract. Interesting. Let me see this. U.S. Let me put the generic one up here for a second. No, I can't put the generic. Okay, we'll go to the 10-year. We go to the 10-year, active 10-year. Okay, you got 1.35 million contracts, which is decent contract volume. TY. Okay, so we're on the U. I got it. Okay, so I got to bring that U up. Still a sideways move in the... That's interesting. So we are rolling right now, TSU. Okay, so what you have happening here, we're rolling into the September contract. And it looks like this contract actually does want to break topside. We have the 10-year yield right now at 0.65 of 1%. Some of the higher volume equities out here, we'll see where this baby wants to go in the next 60 minutes. You have General Electric is down 12 cents. You get Ford flat. Advanced Micro's up $1.35. We have not a lot of movement. Boeing's off a couple dollars. You got Microsoft up $2. Inside the NDX 100, the strength versus the weakness inside the NDX 100. You have Zoom is the leader inside the NDX. That's up 6.5%. JD.com's up 4.5. Lululemon's up 4.2, and you get Trip.com up 4. Taken away from it, aluminum is down almost 3%. Cintas is off 2.3. You get Marriott down 1.3, and you get Ross Stores that is trading down 1. Apple, we go take a look at some of the big FANG stocks out here. Apple's just laying there at 320. We go over to Amazon. We take a look at Amazon. Amazon is laying out here at 24.15. And Microsoft, where are you, Microsoft? Yeah, Microsoft wants to go up to this high. Microsoft's up $2. This is just looks to me like it's setting up to try to spike that 190 high. And right now, Microsoft is trading at a price point of 103. But the way that is trading up there, you very well could get up there. XAU, the XAU and the HUI. XAU out here today, it's up $2, trading 120. The Gold Bugs Index, that is up 436, and that is trading 274. In both cases, folks, I suspect the gold contract, the silver contract, the gold equities, the silver equities, many of them are moving today with some force. We go to the Pan American Silver. This was already an ABC up. It's another one right now. Just blew away its B point. So you get 28 is B. This is a big one, man. Holy 7. That gets you 31. And you're at 29.56. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks. The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, JDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 15, Nasdaq's up 75, S&Ps are off 4.5. Let's go over to Canopy Growth. Canopy Growth came out with numbers this morning, folks. The numbers weren't great. Inside of Canopy, right now, Canopy's down $4, 17 cents trading at the $17.50. They came in with an adjusted loss in the fourth quarter of 102 million Canadian. The net revenue was 115 million Canadian. Now here's the big one inside of this too. They're writing off 743 million. Bottom line, that's a big number, folks. They're also, let's see. So here's the quote from the CEO. Canopy Growth expects fiscal 2020 to be a transitional year as the company resets its strategic focus, rolls out new organizational design, and implements a comprehensive operational and supply chain productivity program. Given this, as well as the significant COVID-19 related uncertainties that exist, the company is withdrawing its previously communicated milestones for achieving positive EBITDA and net income. That's one article. Let me show you another article here because this gets really intriguing about how many things they actually closed down. Let me see, it's this one. So what they did is that, let me see if I get this quick. Bottom line is that they're changing quite a bit of things. Another misstep was Canopy's limited availability to products high in THC, the active ingredient in cannabis, as demand shifted. Supply chain changes are in the works, and the company said it will appoint Chris Edwards, former executive at Canopy investor Constellation Brands, to oversee the efforts. The fourth quarter revenue from recreational sales fell 28% from a year earlier. That's a big number. And what I suspect, the bottom line is that inside the cannabis business, folks, I suspect, number one, it's going to be a commodity, because it is a commodity. I mean, the bottom line, it is a commodity. In certain states, the bottom line is that, basically people can grow it. So that's good. That's going to be, we don't have liquor companies. Well, I mean, you get a home brewing of draft beer, I think, right? But you don't have liquor companies basically throwing some seeds in your backyard, which, inside the cannabis business, the bottom line is that they have competition from a lot of different places. And you can actually see it right there. Now, I don't know if that's from recreational or that's from other companies. So they say, okay, so recreational sales fell 28% from year earlier. Quarterly revenue from Canadian recreational wholesale, which makes up a third of its total sales, slumped 36%. Sales to consumer via Canopy's retail outlets rose on an annual basis, but fell 14% from the previous quarter. Lower priced cannabis products have surged to make up 20% of the cannabis market, up from only 6% 4 to 5 months ago. The company intends to target that market going forward. At the start of 2020, Canopy started to sell a new range of products such as chocolates, beverages, and vape products, which analysts had expected to boost revenue, but the company, based in Smith Falls, Ontario, said the sales of those products, along with gels and oils, weren't enough to offset it. Chocolates, beverages, and vape products, man, yeah, they got some work to do out here. The impairment charge of $743 million is part of, here it is right here. This is where they're exiting South Africa. They're shutting down a growing facility in Saskatchewan, as well as their cultivation in Latin America. Previously, they said they would record a charge of $700 to $800 million, and bottom line, that is some big numbers. There's no two ways about that. Now, that being said, watch this. When you actually take a look at this chart, this is not a bad-looking chart. When I saw this morning, what you have is this. When you get news that's this bad, and all you're really doing is you're gapping down, to where this baby start going higher, it's like, okay, it's not a bad setup. I wouldn't be, if you're looking to buy it, I wouldn't be buying it just yet. This can basically get back into approximately 13.92 to 15. Right now you're at 17.48. Yesterday we were at 22. No doubt coming off the lows. It came off the lows at $9. So it went from $9 up to 22, gap down to 16.95. I'd wait for a few more for prices lower. 16.34 very well could be that number. 877-927-6648. We get over and take a look at this S&P. And it looks like the bottom line is that I'd say we're going to have a sideways market coming right into the close, because market participants, folks, on a Friday, we are in the summer right now. Guess what? Market participants are not here. There's no doubt about it. So once that thing, we were trading, let's see, so the high of today prior to the spike when Trump came on was 3,035, and we're teetering right at that 3,035. That's how this thing is laying out. So made it above it. You're late in the day right now. I suspect it can actually stay there. If that's what we got, bottom line is that what you're going to have out here in another week, you're going to actually have a higher high. Last week, we closed out at 29.73. Right now, you're at 3,038. We go take a look at the NQs. Now, the NQs are still the weakest structure out here, which is pretty wild, man. I mean, the NQs didn't even get to the high of yesterday, even with the spike. So the number to keep your eye on coming into the close is 94.91, which is about 39 points lower than we are right now. The reason I'm saying that number is that prior to the press conference, that was the high of the day. Once the press conference started, the bottom line, you had high volatility, no doubt about that, but you busted topside. The high of yesterday, the high was made inside of the NDX about 4 days ago. And so that's always a heads up why the index can't basically get to a higher high. We're going to take a look at the platinum market. Okay, so what we have had here, PL1, what we have had here is that you've had the platinum market also get some movement out here. We're at 874 in platinum. And that little baby, the lows in March were 556. You're at 874. This is a nice setup. This is a setup that's saying, okay, it wants to go to 1,052. It's about time. There's no doubt about that, man. I mean, this has been so far behind gold. It's pretty amazing, and that's a first. But guess what? It has been behind it and has been behind it for 5 or 6 years now. It's been a long period of time that it hasn't been able to hold price whatsoever. Oil. We take a look at the oil market out here. We have with oil. Oil right now is trading up $1.33. You're at $35.04. And that just snuck its head out on top of this consolidation. The top of this consolidation is 35.18. Oh, look at that. Okay, so at 35.01. It went to 35.77. But bottom line is that looks like after that oil getting crushed, it does look like it's going to start clawing its way back once again into higher price. Dow Industrials right now up 21. NASDAQ is up 91. S&Ps are flat. We have gold up 1570. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN has developed a daily programming lineup for traders by traders. We start every trading day live at 8:30 a.m. with Tommy O'Brien hosting the morning market kickoff as he starts the day off by breaking down everything you need to know about what's going on for the trading day ahead. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento takes your calls and questions live on the air for the opening bell as he hosts Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom and Tommy O'Brien host the Bull Bear Trading Hour. At 11 a.m., it's Kevin Hinks and Alex Coffey from TD Ameritrade Network with Fast Market. Basil Chapman at noon with the Tiger Technicians Hour. Steve Rhodes hosts the Trader's Edge at 1 p.m. Dave White with the Power Trading Hour at 2 p.m. And Tom O'Brien closes out the day for the final hour of trading live from 3 till 4. Don't miss a second of our daily programming lineup. Tune in to Tiger TV every trading day live at TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now flat. NASDAQ is up 88. S&Ps are off 2. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave White, as we do every Friday at 3:30, folks. And don't forget, folks, Dave has an outstanding show here every trading day, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a couple great newsletters, The Path of Least Resistance, as well as the Tech Insider. Very easy to get. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to hit newsletters. You can hit the Path Least Resistance right there. If you get in the Path, bottom line, inside the Path, you can get the Path for 1 month for $119. You can get it for 6 months for $5.99, which is a savings of $155. You can get it for a year for $9.85, which is a savings of $443 or 31%. They all come, folks, with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Everything to win, zero to lose. Dave White, what's going on?
Well, I'm going to crown the winner of the pandemic in technology here today.
Cool.
It's a company called Zscaler. We talked, a month or 6 weeks ago about zero trust networking and how that allowed everybody to instantly slide into working from home and remotely. And there was one piece that was kind of interesting, and that is the piece where security for that zero trust is done. There's a company called Zscaler. They're fairly new. Symbol is ZS on it, up 25% on the day on earnings. And, of course, if you're dealing with really big companies,
look at that.
Wow. Fortune 500 companies, the hardest thing as a trader is who did they go to do this? Okay. They're not going to tell you. It's about security. It's like going to a casino and asking them whose safe did they buy. They're not going to tell you, right?
Yeah.
So you wake up on a day like today and find out that they were the monster winner of it. Not only did they put that zero trust part together, but they put it together with a virtual private network to encrypt the communication from browser all the way to the server.
So how does this work, Dave? Is this a piece of software that you actually put on your computer, or do we actually go to a website? And
they actually have a piece of software that runs on your local machine.
Okay.
That encrypts everything from your machine to the server. And then at the same time, when you log in, you have to use the zero trust system. So at whatever they're doing, again, with security stuff, you never get all the answers. But whether it's a text message to your phone or they call your phone and you have to, issue a number or a call back, there's a lot of these things will have cards like you have for your Bloomberg system. Yep. And they'll still have to text back. It depends on how interesting it. I know a gal that uses this, and she worked or does still work for a insurance company, and she does both. When she logs in with the card,
yes,
they call her phone, and an automated voice gives her a number that she has to plug back into.
Right.
So they'd have to steal her phone and this card to get the number, and the number changes every day.
Yeah, so it's really, it's saying here, I know when you wrote it up here, it says you can do it, on your machine, but I guess it's really a cloud-based solution, which is pretty cool, because once you're on it, you're all set. It's just like a Bloomberg, right? Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, you're not responsible for the software, the security, once you're on it, basically. Yeah.
Right. Let's say you're a big company, but you don't have all the web services to have other people or have your employees log in.
Yes.
This is the company that's the cloud part that gets you to the big computers at your company.
Right.
Now, they handle the security from the company to their system, and then their system to whoever's at a remote location.
Right.
So
pretty cool.
It's a lot of communications, virtual private networks.
Yes.
But they put it all together, and I kind of knew them. But again, like I said, this is one of these companies that you really don't know what's going on because they deal with really large companies. They're not going to say it's like Apple and them and people supplying chips to Apple. They've got a contract that says they can't say. And when earnings come out, you go, oh, there it is. We have a large customer who bought X amount of screens from us, and it could only be Apple, right? So you don't find out until earnings. But I suspect this is going to be hot for a while. I wouldn't be chasing a 25% gap up. But, if this thing came back, closed the gap, I think these guys have proven that, and from everything I read today, everybody's pretty happy with what they do. And again, kind of more of what they do is going to leak out over time. But I'm going to say that they're the winner. They did better than anybody else in the shutdown in capitalizing on I think anything in technology.
Yeah, but listen, the security is a big deal. You know, there's plenty of corporate networks that are secure, but the bottom line, once you're at home, different ballgame altogether, man. There's no doubt. Yeah. Paying up for content. So what do we got here?
Apple bought Greyhound, which is a movie with Tom Hanks in it about sinking a German submarine in World War II.
Okay.
Of course, a lot of these movies that were supposed to come out this summer are not going to have any movie theaters to go to. Probably not any people in there. If they did,
sure,
maybe half of it. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. I thought, okay, maybe these movies would be sold out on the cheap, right? But it's not happening that way because no one else like Netflix or Apple or Amazon has anything new coming out because everything's stopped, right? They're looking at these movies that were going to come out this summer as a bridge to when they actually start generating content for themselves again.
Yes.
So Apple, like I said, bought, which is pretty hefty for them, $70 million for the movie Greyhound. If they would have developed it themselves, probably about $45 million. There's a huge overhead for movie theaters and distribution. Of course, one of the reasons that all these companies actually make their own product is once you get the distribution companies involved, it's about the same thing as a record promoter or a mob guy. You're just going to be paying a lot of money for a whole lot of nothing.
Yes.
So it's been very inexpensive for them in comparison to the movie theaters to make their own stuff. Now, Apple bought Fraggle Rock this week. But
is that a series? Is that a TV series? What is Fraggle Rock?
Yeah, it's like Kermit and all that stuff.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, kids stuff.
Yeah.
But they bought it, and then they're buying the reboot. So they're going to play all the old episodes for a while, and then they'll go ahead and when things get back to normal, they'll start making new episodes. But everybody's out with their checkbook this week, and of course Apple's got all the cash in the world, so it doesn't bother them. Amazon can lay its hands on it, just about anything. Netflix probably a little tougher. They don't have a third leg of the stool in the companies. They're basically a one tune or one song company, right? All they do is video streaming. There's nothing else that they do. So they can't lean back on, everybody buying things from Amazon or Apple selling its iPhone.
Sure.
But it is, I'm wondering, maybe in the next quarter, they had made a lot of money, people doing it, but now they're paying a great deal more for that content.
Stay right there, folks. Dave and I coming right back. Dow's down 42, Nasdaq's up 88, S&P's flat. Coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors. If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 45, Nasdaq's up 94, S&Ps are off 4, and 5G. Let's take a look at it. What do we have here?
Well, we've been talking about this for a long time. We've been waiting for phones to come on the market, and of course, waiting for companies like Verizon to actually turn 5G on. T-Mobile around here kind of has.
Okay.
The big problem has been AT&T, who's lied about having 5G. They actually put it on their phone. They got sued. They're dancing around it all. Everybody says I got 5G because AT&T put it on their phone. Well, they didn't. It's not turned on, and we're still in the warm up in the pitchers and the bullpen because we're just really now starting to get it. And the phones, because of the pandemic, weren't really shown at the World Mobile Conference, but it looks now kind of like the phones are really going to hit about the end of the summer. So while you see a lot of talk about what's 5G, there's only probably 2 phones I think you can buy that truly have it. I think one's a Samsung phone. Almost all the other ones will intimate that they have 5G, but they do not. And of course, you're basically going to get 10 times faster.
So are you saying that these large public companies are saying that they have 5G in their phone and people are buying it and they do not have it?
That's correct. AT&T is the poster child for that. It literally says on the phone, if you Google it, you're just going to see all the people that are mad at Hornets.
Well, I guess the attorneys must be in heaven then, right?
I don't know what happened. You don't hear a lot about it. Other than the fact
we will.
Yeah. Well,
we will.
There were some people, I think the FTC was forcing them to quit advertising it, but it's still printed on the phones. And like you said, maybe this is just, maybe it just takes a little while before it gets to court. But it was kind of amazing that I'd see, generally in a company, big companies, you just don't have outright lies.
Now, what happens? Let's say you get a Samsung that has the 5G. What is the upside of that?
10 times faster download speeds.
Okay, download. So I'd be on a site trying to download the site, right? Is that?
Well, let's say you're trying to download a movie. You're going to get on an airplane.
I see. Okay.
Right.
I get it.
You do that, or you had a lot of business data that you needed to take with you, or something like that.
I got it.
Instead of a regular movie taking about 5 minutes, this will do it in about 30 seconds. So there,
big
a lot
number.
of this.
Yep.
Huh?
It's a big number. That's a good number.
Well, yeah. The other thing, of course, is once you go to 5G, it's the latency, right? Right now, you're about 1/10 of a second every time your phone sends something to another website before it gets it, and then another 1/10 of a second before it comes back. And of course, that doesn't sound like much, but when you're basically handing stuff back and forth all the time, which is what the internet's all about.
Yes.
it adds up. So it's very slow. Games, stuff like that. When you go to 5G, basically, if you're next to a 5G tower with a 5G phone, it would be the latency would be no different than you would have on the machine you have in front of you tied to a big honking connection. It would be indistinguishable. So there won't be all that, if you're playing a game against other people, that kind of stuff,
right.
It's basically unplayable on 4G. 5G, when it really comes out. And that's what everybody's starting to think, the Fortnite, all these other games.
Yes.
They're looking and drooling over the prospect of being able to sell all that 5G time and speed and charge up for it when those Fortnite-like games come to the handheld devices, and they're basically in no latency.
I could see that, yeah. I could see that.
So, but anyway...
It makes it more realistic, right? And faster.
Well, it's certainly playable.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So that's not. Apple, a lot of discussion kind of late last week, early this week, about Apple continuing to say that they won't help the FBI get into people's phones. And, of course, it's no different than it was 3 or 4 years ago when we had yet another FBI person saying that we couldn't get into the phones. And, of course, a month or two goes along and you find out, yeah, they were able to get into the phones. The only difference was Apple didn't make it easy for them. So I call it security theater because it's not real security. If anybody actually has a warrant for your data, everything in Apple's phones is always backed up to their Apple Cloud service.
Somewhere, right? Yeah.
Right. And all they have to do is go in there. They don't have to break the phone. All they have to do is give them a warrant, and they get it anyway. So, I don't know. It is kind of interesting that they continue to try to push the idea that no one has your data. And I don't know if it's both sides, the FBI and Apple, trying to con everybody into thinking that maybe if you threw the phone in the river, they wouldn't be able to get the data. They got the data.
Right.
There's literally nothing they can't get from that phone if you go to a carrier and you hand them a warrant. So, I mean, maybe you could put something on it, but all the...
no, I can see that. I mean, there's no doubt. It's Guess what?
So,
the NSA folks can get into anything, right?
right.
Seriously.
But they don't have to. All they have to do is go to a warrant with a warrant.
Right.
And so I always find this argument interesting, but it was no different than 2 or 3 years ago when they were saying the same thing.
Well, that's why I think Apple's telling them to go take a hike, man. It's like, okay, we know you can do it, so what are you talking about? Right.
Well, yeah, why are we going to do it? Of course, we were talking about going into space last week, got delayed. Going to be tomorrow morning, I think about 10:30.
Yeah, hopefully the weather's looking good, is it?
It's certainly looking better. I don't know.
Okay.
It's Florida. All you got to do is wait 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, especially when we get heat, folks. The bottom line, the heat can act up pretty quickly, meaning act up storms pretty quickly, no doubt. Yeah. That's going to be fun watching that, man. There's no doubt.
So I don't know if there's anything you want to talk about. I was kind of interested in looking at CRM. I think maybe it was just people got in front of it in the trades on earnings, but it's really kind of the first cloud system that got a cloud company that really kind of disappointed on its earnings. Maybe everybody else coming before it, everybody kind of front run it.
Yeah.
But it's down, not the end of the world, and right where everybody was shorting it, which was about 175. What is it now?
Yeah, 173.5. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's intriguing. I mean, what happened, folks, it seems like their statement was more draconian than what really happened. You know what I mean? It's like...
Yeah, it's there is a lot of that. AMD, kind of the same thing. They came out with really good numbers and then looked like that they were thinking that the only thing that was going to happen was thunderstorms for the rest of the year. So you have to wonder if they're issuing themselves... warrants or options in the company.
Seriously.
Because a lot of times when people talk their company down, it's either because things are really bad, or a lot of times like Musk, you want to get some giant options and cash in to the tune of $800 million.
Yeah. Right.
So,
that'd be cool to know. So what Dave's saying, folks, so picture, when there's grants that are coming out, well, it has to do with where the stock price is when that grant comes out. So you get a lower stock price and that grant's going to come out in 2 weeks. So guess what? They're trading. Stay right there, folks. Dave and I are coming right back. Dow's up 49, Nasdaq's up 102, S&P's are flat. We're coming right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dave White, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow up 18, Nasdaq up 125, S&Ps are up 5. No doubt, market went to Sherwin-Williams. They got some green paint. And bottom line is that we just might get away with a higher high this week.
Yep, and of course, fund buying over on Wednesday. So we have a couple of days with a bullish bias going into next week. Going to be interesting to see how much cash is in there, how many people went to their IRAs to cash out, to get cash during the thing. So this is now where I'm going to start really watching how much money actually comes in for fund buying. I don't know. I talked to a lot of people. I'd never heard anybody really saying that they cashed their 401s out to get cash because they're broke.
Yeah. No, I think there's enough stimulus money in there that, you know.
Well, they haven't done it yet, right? Yeah. That's the thing that if I was going to see some major market weakness, I would think that we're probably going to see it in that, because if you don't have a job, you're not going to get a loan. Where are you going to get the cash? If you have 401, that's probably the easiest way to get it. But when people start selling, that causes more selling. So, like you said, haven't needed it yet. Do we get a second stimulus check? Those things are probably going to go on, but
well, if you're in the state of Florida, guess what, folks? These poor people in the state of Florida, man, if they're unemployed, I mean, they can be unemployed for 8 or 9 weeks, and it's like the biggest scandal in the world, and half of them, more than half of them, probably 90% of them still haven't got a check. So thank God the feds gave out something. I mean, this is like insane down here. Pretty amazing. All right.
But anyway, volume, what do you have for volume right now?
We know it's going to be weak, right?
Well,
that's not that bad. 770 right now, so they'll bang out a little over $1 billion. Now they'll probably do $4 billion, and then it's not that bad.
It's but not definitive, right?
Yeah, not even close.
Could be a lot more and a lot less, and it'll make me a lot happier.
Dave, thanks so much, man. You have a great weekend, safe weekend. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Have a great weekend, folks. Have a safe weekend. Come back and visit us Monday morning, 8:30. Tommy kicks us off. Great show.